Are you in your 40s, 50s, or even higher? Are you looking how to regain your financial freedom or create a financial freedom? Yes, it is possible. Thank you for watching and welcome to my sub channel. This sub channel is a self-improvement, empowering, short series of videos that will show you how to get financial strength and financial stability and flip your life around if you're 40, 50, or above. Yes, you heard me right. You can do that at 40s, at 50s, and even older. Watch those videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know whenever I'm uploading a new video. And we'll see you. I love business. Always did. Not always I was that successful. In this sub channel, it will be all about motivation for those in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who find themselves a little bit in a bind and looking to change their lives around. And yes, it's possible. Even if you're 40, even if you're 50, even if you're 60. Yes, you can do that. And I will show you how in a very short period of time, from having multiple businesses, some successes, more failures, always floated around, how I could flip it all and gain the financial freedom I was always dreaming of, and having what I dreamt to have. The most important thing is dreams are always get bigger. The more we have, we want more. Obviously within the reasonable. So join me on the ride. I'll explain how I have done it. There's no subscription needed, no purchases needed. I welcome every comment, every question that I will answer. Just watch the videos, and if you gain anything from it, that will be my payoff. I want you to be able to do what I have done, which is not that hard, but it took me a long time to understand the concept, to understand what it takes from me to be able to do that. And in hindsight, that wasn't much. It's just that my mental state wasn't there. So I will share with you every single step of what I have done, where I was, so you'll understand that I'm just like the majority of you. Somebody who works hard, not lazy, but did not know how to do it right. You can still transform your life, flip it upside down, and regain the financial freedom you want, and get that lifestyle you deserve. All of us deserve. So a bit about me. So I want to share with you the things that I know, the things that I have done, so you will have it in the easy path to regain the financial freedom you're looking for. And again, if you're 40, if you're 50, or if you're 60, yes, it is possible. So join me on this sub channel, watch the video, subscribe, hit the like button, and click the notification so you'll know every time I'm uploading a new video. And hopefully, those videos will make you and help you gain the financial freedom you're looking for. See you on the other side. Welcome to episode 1 of how to regain your life and gain financial freedom at your 40s, 50s, and even 60s. Changing your life around at 40s, 50s, and 60s can be hard. We are carrying a lot of burden with ourselves, mostly it's an emotional burden. We tend to think that we cannot. There's no way that at that age I'll be able to do that. Those are all things in our heads. Those are all things that we are actually preventing ourselves from achieving by convincing ourselves that it's impossible. But as they say, the greatest motivation is starvation. When you hit rock bottom, and rock bottom could be anything for rock bottom for every person, it's different. But when you get to that point and you get to that shock phase, you really decide to change things around. And that moment in time can be a breaking point. Not everybody needs to reach that point. You don't need to reach rock bottom to be able to transform yourself. But it sure shakes you up when you reach that point to realize, hey, something gotta change. But even those that their lives are pretty comfortable or okay can still change it and make it. So, a bit about me. I'm an immigrant. You can hear that in my accent. I'm here for almost 30 years. Always worked hard, always paid my taxes. Marriage, kids, divorce, ups and downs, no different from millions like you out there. I will share with you how I have done it and how I was able to transform my life around from being okay and surviving to the financial freedom I have gotten to. I always had ideas of businesses and I always followed my ideas. Sometimes I thought I couldn't, so I dropped the ideas. Sometimes, most of the time, whenever I was facing a hardship in that business, I just let it go. I had multiple businesses, created multiple DBAs. If you check my credit report, there'll be a rap sheet of history of companies that I had. Yeah, I've had so many companies. Some of them were successful, some of them were failure. And this is part of what I'm trying to establish in your head to understand. You will see in our next video, which I call the mentality of a loser. There is no loser. The path to success is full of failures. And this is what we need to understand. We need to overcome the mental obstacles of I cannot do it, it's not the right time, I don't have the money, and only keep those ideas as a wishing list or dreams that we call it. I used to have a picture on my wall that said 3 words over there: dreams plus work equals success. Dream it, feel it, work on it, you'll make it. And that is what this whole series is about. And this is me. I was a hardworking man, done so many things, some that I had prior knowledge of from school. Most of it are techniques and knowledge that I had to gain. And I had to gain those because I needed to. I had to survive. Just behind me, running on the green screen, are pictures of me in different phases of my life, trying to make it. For me, the rock bottom was a heart attack that I received in 2017. I was 51, and when I woke up from that heart attack, life was different. When I woke up from the heart attack, I felt great physically, but I felt so alone. I felt like a nobody with no roots, uh, and I have nothing much going on for me. And a switch flipped in my head, and that switch was, I'm better than that. I deserve better than that. I deserve better respect, better life, much more relaxed life. Now, when I'm saying I felt like that, it's not something that ran in my head. It's just something that happened within me. So for me, it was a heart attack. For you, it could be anything else. For you, it could be just sitting down on the couch and deciding that is it. Or, God forbid, some dramatic situation that happened in your life. Being a little bit selfish is not a bad thing. Love yourself, because I did not love myself. I loved everybody else. I learned the hard way that if I will not take care of my own self, nobody will. We need to love ourselves first and foremost. Take care of ourselves first and foremost. Not to be an egocentric, not to be a narcissist. No, 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 that is not where I'm going for. Love ourselves, take care of ourselves to be able to love properly others. And this is where everything starts. Appreciate ourselves. Acknowledge our uniqueness. Acknowledge that we are good at what we do. Stop punishing ourselves for past experiences. Once we learn how to appreciate ourselves, once we learn how to acknowledge our uniqueness, our skills, the things we're good about, we feel better with ourselves. Dopamine runs in our head like crazy without taking any drug. We're waking up happily in the morning to do whatever we want to do. Everything starts better. And this brings me to the first tip that I can give out of my own experience. Find yourself something you do religiously as a routine when you wake up in the morning. Find something that will get you focused and bring positiveness to your day. Start my day with a positive energy. And when I start my day with a positive energy, everything I'm approaching is in a positive way. I have my faith in the universe, I have my faith in myself, and even if a bad thing happens, I ride it easier than if I would start my day with the stress. So my first tip is find yourself a routine first thing in the morning when you wake up to start your day with a positive note. If it takes 2 to 3 minutes, that will change the whole day. Start on the right note with positive within your essence, and that will trigger everything else. The second tip and the second phase is have yourself a wish board. Remember how in the 50s, 60s, 70s there was a board that we put on the wall and we did the cuts of a house or a boat or a car, and we stuck it with a push pin over there to watch it. Well, today the easiest wish board will be your screensaver on your computer, your background, or even your phone. You want a new house, a beautiful house, take a picture of it, make it your wallpaper on your phone, make it a wallpaper on your computer, something you see all the time. Dream of what you want, manifest it, see it, feel it, taste it, live it. So when you have a picture of a house that you see all the time on your computer screen or on your phone or a car or a business, imagine yourself sit over there. That's the first thing, imagine. But imagine down to the smallest detail of what you want. And then start making the list. Which brings us to the next point. Write down to the details how you want to achieve your financial freedom. No, 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 no. Stop. Do not write dollar amount. Because you never know. It's always going to be more than that. Write the idea of what you want. If it's a business, write the type of the business. Do your due diligence. Study the business. See what others doing. What's the requirement? If you need to acquire education, go get it. It may cost a little bit. That investment is the best investment in your life. Get acquainted, get the knowledge you need to be able to do what you need to do. The first thing we need to do is to acknowledge and to understand where is our faults, what are the barriers that we're creating ourselves? What is it basically that's holding us from actually making it? What are the traits that I possess that can help me succeed versus the things that are actually holding me down from making it? Watch our next video, which I call the mentality of a loser. That will help us to understand what is it that I need to work on, acknowledge, and take out of my system is the first stage of our recovery and the first steps of making it at our 40s, 50s, and even 60s, and getting the financial freedom we always wanted. See you on the next video.